Hey guys, welcome back to All in the Day of with me, Mike. I told my mom that I was going to make some homemade Alfredo sauce with the leftover pasta noodles that I did with the lasagna. So just wanted to show you guys what I've got going on. We are actually doing chicken Alfredo with broccoli. So I've got some chicken tenderloins that are actually cooking right now to get those softened up. I've got some broccoli that's actually coming up to steam. I have my leftover pasta that I had from my lasagna, and I ran it through my machine with the fettuccine, the fettuccine setting, and you can see how beautiful that stuff is. I cannot wait to cook that bad boy up. So I've got my water coming up to boil for the fettuccine, and then I am making homemade Alfredo sauce. So essentially, to make homemade Alfredo, you really only need 3 basic ingredients, and then of course you have seasonings if you want to do seasonings. I have a half a cup of butter, which is 1 stick of butter, and I just cubed it up. And then I have a cup and a half of heavy cream. And then I have freshly shredded Parmesan cheese, and that is 2 cups. So essentially what you're going to do, guys, is you're going to bring this up, get this butter to melt, get this warm, get it to kind of sizzle just a little bit for a couple of minutes. And then you're going to add your seasonings. Now, I can tell you, most people like an Italian seasoning. If you don't have Italian seasoning and you want to make homemade Italian seasoning, all you need is 5 things. I will tell you that I only have 4 because honestly, if you go to the store and try to find it, it's really hard to find. The 5th item that you need is marjoram. I don't have any. Now, this is thyme. You do need thyme. You need rosemary, you need basil, and you need oregano, and then thyme. Those 5 things give you a basic Italian seasoning. I'm only going to do the 4 just because I don't have the marjoram. I will tell you that my mother and my father got me a dehydrator for Christmas a year ago, and this is all fresh stuff that I've actually dehydrated myself. I just used the containers that I had and just put it in, but you can tell how green it is. I mean, it looks so much better when you do it yourself. But anyway, long story short, we're going to get this stuff melted down, bring this up to temp, and add our seasonings in and our cheese, and we'll be right back. All right, so I've got my chicken done. It's in the microwave. I've just got it sitting in there and to stay warm inside of my pot. And my butter and cream has gotten up to temp. It's almost to a simmer. Once it gets to this point, you can add your seasonings in for your Italian seasonings. So we're going to add a little bit of rosemary, oregano, basil, and thyme. And remember, the 5th thing for a good Italian seasoning is marjoram, but unfortunately, I don't have any. So we're not going to be doing any of that. So I have got some thyme that's going to be going in. This is my rosemary. I'll have to show you guys all of my plants out in the back, just to show you guys the product that we have growing out there. I had some beautiful oregano plants donated to me by my wonderful brother and sister-in-law. And then when we bought this house, they already had rosemary. I'm trying to think, what else did we have out there? Mint. Man, we had all kinds of good stuff. But anyway, so we're going to let this come up to temp, and we're going to mix this in. And once this gets done, I'll bring you back on, and we're going to add our cheese, and I'll show you the final steps. All right, guys, so our sauce is coming up to a good simmer. So as you can see, and I'm going to add my Parmesan cheese to it. And we're going to stir to let that melt. Look at how quick it melts. Now, if your sauce is a little bit on the runny side, all you got to do is cook it a little bit, and it will thicken. Don't worry, it will thicken up. Just give it a little bit of time, and it will thicken. But I'm going to show you guys the finished product once everything gets done. As you can see over here, I've got my pasta. My homemade pasta is about ready to pull out, so we're going to pull that out here shortly. But we're going to get everything plated. Everything is done. The broccoli, the chicken, the Parmesan is about, or the Alfredo sauce is about done. And the noodles. And I'm going to get everything plated. And then I'm going to show you the finished product. All right. All right, guys. So as you can see, I've got our homemade fresh pasta left over from the lasagna that we did with fettuccine, some fresh chicken tenderloins, and fresh broccoli that was steamed. This is our sauce that we just did. Beautiful Alfredo sauce. I'm just going to coat this over, and I'm assuming my fiance is going to want it on her broccoli as well. I'm only going to assume that just because I can hear her laughing when I say it. So it's going on top of the broccoli. This beautiful Alfredo. So good, so good. The pasta turned out wonderful. This is a really, really good dish, guys. I'm telling you. I know it costs a little bit more to make things from scratch, but you don't have the crap, the preservatives. You don't have any of that stuff in it as much as you would if you bought it in a jar. Just giving you a heads up, guys. I mean, it doesn't take long. It literally took like, I don't know, 30 minutes to make this meal. Minus the pasta. You guys know what I went through to make the pasta, but that's a totally different story. But anyway, but you can make the pasta and you can freeze it. So, you know, make the pasta, freeze it, and have fun with it. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to make some homemade Alfredo. Enjoy. Love you guys. Be safe. Bye-bye.